One of the things I like reminding myself is that human beings are just animals. Fundamentally, at our core, we're just animals. We think we're super fancy and normally we catch a wake up. We're no different to monkeys, we're no different to lions. And you see it in the way that we kill each other. You see it in the way, once you've traveled the world, or if you haven't traveled, just watch a lot of YouTube videos and see how people still hunt for their food. See how people live in mud huts or straw houses. See how people hurt each other, how they walk around naked, how they can eat bare flesh, and how they grow crops or they can live off fruits and vegetables. We're mere animals. But now we've added all these layers of complexity, which we deem civilization. Part of it is the law, part of it is politics, part of it is money and business and jobs. Part of it is religion, and part of it is cultural identifiers, including things like surnames. I'm no longer Zulu. I am no longer Zulu, and a lot of people don't understand what that means. I grew up, or rather, I was baptized Roman Catholic, Christian. And obviously, those that understand history know that Christianity was brought into Africa by white people, Europeans. And sadly, some of them used it to oppress and enslave and take from and conquer black people physically, economically, and also psychologically. So today you've got black people, Africans, that have white, or let's call it Christian names. Moses, John, Paul, for example. People are Christian. I was raised Christian. I used to go to church. Used to be part of the choir, and the choir used to perform at all types of churches around the country. It was beautiful. Got to pray, got to learn about the stories of Samson and Delilah and Noah and Moses and King Solomon the Wise. It was great. But then from 2004 to 2006, I went on a journey of discovery. I read the entire Bible. I spoke to a lot of very religious people. I spoke to pastors. I read the Da Vinci Code. I read The God Delusion by Richard Dawkins. I watched a lot of documentaries, Zeitgeist. So on that journey, I realized I don't think I want to be Christian anymore. And from 2006, I decided I'm no longer Christian. Started off by being a very angry atheist. I used to think Christianity was stupid. I used to think black people that are Christians are retarded, because how can you worship the religion of your masters and the people that oppressed and enslaved and took from you? So I was an angry atheist, and then over time I became calm, and I realized, for a lot of people, Christianity is good. There are Christian schools that educate children. There are Christian churches that feed the poor and have soup kitchens. A lot of kids learn how to play instruments and learn how to sing. In church, they learn how to speak and read and be confident. And they learn how to create relationships with communities. A lot of churches do a lot of really, really great work. A lot of pastors are really good people that offer spiritual healing, that offer wise counsel. People going through heartbreak, people that are depressed, people that just need some type of guidance in life. So churches can do well, but I am no longer Christian. And that's fine. Everyone understands that, you can leave Christianity and become a Muslim. You can leave Islam and become a Jew. You can leave Judaism and become Buddhist. That's fine. It's a construct created by human beings. It's not real. It's added on to the layers of being an animal. Another one is our surnames. Surnames generally come from one man who decided my name will now become the surname of the tribe. Some surnames come from professions, surnames like Smith. Some surnames come from where you're from. Van der Westhuizen, Van whatever. Those are surnames of where you are from. In some countries, some people don't have surnames, like in Egypt. The girl just takes her father's name, or the children take the father's name, as a second or a third name. Some places in the world don't have any surnames at all. You just have one name and that's it. So surnames have changed over times. In other places, I think in the Iceland nations, sometimes the surname is your father's name and then a suffix of whether you're a son or a daughter. Can research these things. It's a surname. Identifiers. Could be a totem like an elephant, Undlof, lion, Tau, Mutaung, the people of the lion. And today we've made it seem like surnames are these names that come from the heavens. They don't. They use as identifiers, and it was easier, obviously, when capitalistic systems wanted to track people that have paid tax, where people live, who your parents are, etc. But these things didn't exist before. Queen of England doesn't really have a surname. She's Queen Elizabeth of Windsor, which is a place. That's how we are. If you look at uZwelithini, the late king of the Zulu people, it was King Zwelithini kaBheka uZulu. That's his father's name. Ushaka kaKusenza ngakhona, that's his father's name. And the Zulu nation arguably comes from a person's name, uZulu. If not from a person's name, it means the people of the heavens, the people of the skies, abantu bakwaZulu, the people of the heavens. And it made sense. And from there, they built cultural constructs. This is how we dress. We know how Muslims dress. We know how Jews dress. And we know how Zulus dress. We know how the Japanese and the Chinese and other people dress. And we know how the Zulus dress. We don't dress like that anymore. Some do on Heritage Day and other special occasions, almost like Halloween. We know what Zulus eat. There's traditional Zulu food that was eaten over the years. And it became a norm. We didn't eat it because it was cool, and we ate it because that's what we had available. And it became normal, and people knew it as Zulu food, Zulu culinary tastes. We don't eat like that anymore. Today we have lasagna and pizza and spaghetti from Italy. We have sushi from Japan. We have French fries. We have burgers. We have all these other foods that are from everywhere else in the world. We have biryani. We have curry. We have wors. We have all these foods that didn't exist before. So I'm no longer eating a Zulu diet. I no longer believe in Zulu beliefs. Celebrating their ancestors as they did before. Going to Msamu, burning impepho, incense, and communicating with the people that made me. I respect the people that made me so much. I know they exist within me. I know their blood flows in my veins. I know that their genes are in me. A lot of the things I do and I say are because of the SIM card that they've built over the years that was implanted in me at birth. But I don't believe in having a hut and burning incense and putting up candles. I don't believe in slaughtering a sheep or a goat or a cow to honor them. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in Umvelinqang, Nkulunkulu, the God that Zulus look up to. You must understand, I'm no longer Christian and I no longer believe in the concept of God. I'm not agnostic, of which agnostic means I'm not just atheist. Atheist means you don't believe in religion, but you can believe in a higher power. I don't believe in a higher power at all. I don't believe in a God. I believe that I am God. I believe that I'm the beginning and the end of my life. I believe that I set my rules for engagement in the world, and I'm happy to lead other people because most people are scared of leading themselves. That's why people become Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, because they need leadership. And now we're born into tribes that we didn't choose. I didn't choose to be born Zulu. People don't choose to be born Sotho, Tswana, Swati, Xhosa. No one chooses that. You're born into it. And it's a way of living. It's a way you dress. And it's a language. The language of isiZulu is a beautiful language. So is the language of English. So is the language of Afrikaans. So is the language of Sotho or Tsonga. These are languages. These are tools of communicating. Yes, they tie to a group of people, but they are tools of communicating like Mandarin, trying to get someone else to understand what you're talking about. I will not leave the Zulu language because it's a beautiful language. I will not forsake my Zulu history and heritage because that's what built me, just like Christianity. These things created the foundation for my existence. They defined right and wrong. The way I speak, the way I do certain things, how I believe in respect and humility and Ubuntu. They come from those things. But I'm transcending Zulu. I no longer want to be associated with the people of Zulu. That means the Zulu king is not my king. That means the way Zulu people do things, I will not follow their way of doing things. I will live according to my way, which is the Penwell way. And anyone who wants to live with me is free to follow me. Because I don't see anything different between myself, Shaka Zulu, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, Buddha, and anyone else. I believe I have the powers that they have, and I can lead as they have led. Just because I'm dark-skinned and I'm from a province, from KwaZulu, I therefore have to be Zulu. I don't. Just because you're born in a Christian nation, you have to be. You don't. Just because I was born Umlocho, it means forever. I don't need to be. I can change. My mind is powerful enough and strong enough to allow me to change. I am no longer Zulu. I don't want Zulu people to do things and then say, hey, Penwell, you're Zulu as well. No, I'm not anymore. I understand why they're doing it. I might agree with some of the things they're doing. I might help them, but I don't agree. When I slaughter an animal, it's not to my ancestors and it's not in the way that Zulu people do it. I don't dress in Zulu attire. I don't believe in Zulu beliefs. And that's me and I'm happy. And I'm going to raise my children my way. And then other people that want to follow my way are free to do so. Stop being contained in your mind, in your heart, in your soul by these constructs that people have created, especially if they're not helping you to win. Maybe if Zulus were the wealthiest nation on the continent or in the world, maybe I wouldn't leave. And I'd say, look, I may not fully prescribe with Zulu beliefs, but being part of this tribe makes me feel like a winner. Unfortunately, I don't think that Zulus are winners. I don't think that South Africans are winners. I don't think that Africans are winners. I want to transcend all of that and create my own people, my own tribe, so that wherever we go in the world, whatever we do, people know that if you're a penalist and you follow the penal way of living, it means you're constantly attracted to winning, because we're about winning. And if your surname, and if your tribe, and if your religion, and if your language is not allowing you to win, I think it's time that you let it go. I hope this helps a lot of people get around this idea of being born into a tribe. You don't have to be married to it for the rest of your life. It forms a part of your heritage and where you come from, and you can appreciate that. But you don't have to hold on to it. You can leave. You can leave. Just because you're dark-skinned and you come from a certain geography doesn't mean you need to hold on to the constructs of the people from that place. You can move. You're not a tree. And leave. Pen you all the black pen. Love you guys very much. Cheers.